You'll explain everything?
Okay, am I...
You're live.
Well, I am live? Can they hear me?
Yep.
Hi, guys.
Talk to the chat.
Yeah, okay, guys. This is... Oh, here we are. Okay, sorry, I'm new to this. Type in the chat if you can hear and see me, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll talk to you guys, okay?
Just double checking that you were on. Yeah, look at that. All right.
Okay. So Alex was really nice and took all our trash to the dump because I didn't want to. So he's hey Boba Tenant, hi Lewis, hi guys, hi oh my dinosaur. I'm sorry I don't know all your names. Alex is just gonna take a really quick shower because it's really hot here today, and then he's gonna come and start everything on time. So. Hi, John Fisher. Hi, guys. Oh, great. I'm glad you can hear me. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm just, like, waiting with y'all until Alex gets back. Do I like Robot? I hear, Boba Tenant, that that's your favorite episode. Now, that's the one with Sarah Jane Smith, right? Where they, with the huge robot, right? I think. I do like that one. I really love anything with Sarah Jane Smith. Tell me if I'm wrong about what episode. I'm not as nerdy as Alex about all this stuff. So I do like that one. Let's see. Hi, classic Doctor Who. Oh, where is Alex? Alex is on his way. He went to take a quick shower. He's coming right back. It's super hot here today, and he had to do the dump run because I didn't want to do it. Oh, my name's Julia. Yes, if you don't know me, I'm Julia. I am Alex's sister. Yes, Boba Tenant. I like Robot. Oh, you're juggling 2 chats, Pear Crazy. I totally get that. That's hard. Yes, I'm right about the robot episode. I do like that one. I do like Sarah Jane Smith a lot. Do I like the Happiness Patrol? Oh, Sir Meows a lot. I've only seen it once. I know you guys are big fans. I've only seen it once, and I do like it. That's the one with all the pink stuff. It's okay. Not my favorite, but I like it. Oh, okay, so you guys are doing a simulcast for you and Boba Tenant. Cool. That's fun. Maybe Alex should let me pick the episode one time. I don't know what episode I would pick. What would you guys pick? Oh, greetings, Aiden. What episodes would you guys pick from like the new series? I know Alex does like all these old series stuff, but I like the new series a lot. Oops. Oh, your wife did a cosplay as Sarah Jane, Paul. That's so cool. Oh, you don't have a lot of time on my dinosaur, so you might be gone. Well, I'll tell Alex you were here. That's awesome. Thanks for joining. Of course, we all love the Happiness Patrol. Nice. Let's see. Banjo Kazooie. I don't know if I'm saying that right. What episodes do I like watching? I really love Jodie Whittaker. I adore her. She's my favorite. I'm such a David Tennant girl too. That's what I like grew up watching, so that's my favorite as well. Pitch Robot. I mean it is really good. I'll tell Alex that. I see what you mean, Lewis. Have I seen the 3 Doctors? I'm sure I have, but I don't really remember it right now. So you might have to remind me what happens because it's been a while. Adam Time Lord Fishwick says, "What have I been up to?" Just work. It's kind of boring, trying to stay safe. I know a lot of you are in England where COVID is a little less worse, I hope, than America, but I'm trying to stay safe and not go crazy. Let's see. Yay, another Whittaker fan. Yes, that's awesome. I know. I feel like she doesn't get enough love, and she deserves it. That's pretty much right. Banjo Kazooie. Nice. My favorite 10th Doctor episode. I love School Reunion because Sarah Jane Smith. I think my favorite companion was Martha, and I feel like she doesn't get enough love. Yes, I know in the 3 Doctor there are 3 Doctors. I just can't remember the rest of it. That's too funny. Oh, it's okay, Paul. You're not bad for not watching the latest incarnation. It's okay. Pear Crazy, you don't pay attention to the news. That's okay. It's really depressing. Oh, you're in Canada. So, Boba, what's the time difference for you in Canada? Let's see. Go Doctor 10. I love the 10th Doctor. Love David Tennant. Have you guys heard about that I forget what it's called. It's like that's staged, I think, that David Tennant and his wife are part of. It's like this new little sort of at-home series or something. It's only available in England, I think. So Alex and I can't watch it yet. Let's see. You're rewatching Whitaker at the minute, yay, and you're loving it. Awesome. Can you tell Alex to watch Paradise Towers? I feel like he and my brother Tony really liked that one, but I'm not sure. I think that's the one that they were talking about. Red gangs are the best. Oh yes, Jodie is awesome. I do recall seeing the Five Doctors. I've seen most of those specials because Alex has made us all. Hi, Patrick Sherwood. Oh, My Dinosaur. Okay, what do you think of Staged? That's cool. Oh, it's really good. Yay. Oh, Boateng, you're in the same time zone. Oh, but your west of you is 3 hours behind. That makes sense. That's not too bad. Turkey World loves the 10th Doctor. Yay. Um, Out of Time Big Finish Story. No, I haven't heard of that one. That's cool. I only listened to One Big Finish. I do like them. I just don't listen to audio a lot. Um, and the one I listened to, it had, I want to say it was the 10th Doctor, or maybe, no, it was the 9th Doctor, and Jack Harkness was in it, I want to say. But I'll have to listen to more, because those are pretty cool. Let's see. Bova wants me to tell Alex to stream Robot. Oh, I hear you really want to stream Robot. That's okay. Staged is awesome and funny. That's cool. You've been watching old David Tennant serial from 1994. That's cool. It must be like baby David Tennant or young David Tennant. Okay, Lewis, you're in the UK. Cool. Oh yes. What time is it, guys? All right. I'm gonna press play for Alex. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's see. Okay, we're gonna press play. Should I do a countdown? Is that how Alex does this? Okay, let's just do a countdown and go. And let's press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see. I did press play. I don't know if you can blame me if I mess this up for Alex, but he's taking too long. So let's see. Yes, we pressed play, Aiden. Awesome. You're working this week, so you can't make it to the Mind Robber. Oh, that's too bad, Dan, but thanks for joining us. Patrick Sherwood says Staged is really funny. Out of Time sounds really cool, Adam. That sounds really cool. Do I like the Eighth Doctor? Let me remember. Yeah, I do like the Eighth Doctor. He has just that one movie, right? Let's see. Ooh, y'all are typing so fast. Question, what happened before the story? Oh, I don't know. Just during the stream. Hey, Alex and sister. Oh, hi, Rebel of Time. I'm Julia. I'm doing good. How are you? I know, I didn't expect to be here either. Alex, for all of those who are wondering, he's coming. He was nice, and he and my brothers took all our trash and to the dump and stuff because we have to do it ourselves here. And so he's just taking a shower because it's really hot today. So TMI, but he's on his way. I don't own the Mind Robber. Oh. Oh, so what are you watching? Oh, Boba Tennant, let me guess. You're watching Robot. What are my thoughts on the Mind Robber? I don't honestly remember if I've seen this one. Sorry, guys. I don't know. Do you guys like it? Is this a popular episode? Sir Meow's like, yeah, I don't know what Alex wanted to do, so we'll see what happens when he gets back here. So, okay, 3 Doctors is Solar Energy Omega created. Okay. Oh, with Omega. Okay, yeah. Now I do know what you're talking about. That one was good. Oof, it's boiling in the UK. Ouch, that's too warm. I don't like I don't like warm weather. Lava. Okay. Okay, I see. You guys organized the stream, so yeah, you better do it if you organized it. Oh yeah, the TV movie was good. Turkey World, I do like the TV movie. Got this on some. Oh, you have 100 subs. Oh, that's cool. You've got your 100 subscriber special. That's really cool. Congrats, Aiden. Oh, I'm Rebel of Time says I'm good. Yes, it's fun setting up for Alex here. Oh yeah, no, that's cool if you're playing games, but it's awesome that you get to moderate the chat too. I know Alex was saying he plays that 2048 like Doctor Who one, that version. Let's see. Oh, the TARDIS blows up in this. That's cool. Yes, yes, Bobotena. I'm getting a hint of the episodes you like. Oh yeah, I'm glad you like this episode, Sir Meows a lot. Oh, so Second Doctor is your favorite? That's cool. Oh, thanks, Adam. I think I'm probably gonna go watch Netflix. It's my day off, so I might go watch Netflix in the other room, but it's fun starting out here. Um, it's raining up north here today. Oh yeah, is it? I wonder if it's that tropical storm coming in that we're supposed to get. We actually lost power a couple days ago because of a storm, but obviously we're back now. Oh, I know nothing about this episode. Oh, wait, where'd that go? I know nothing about this episode apart from the fact that there is a nutcracker in the front cover. There is? Oh, hold on. I'm looking at the DVD, trying not to drop it. Huh. Oh, there is. Oh my gosh, that's so weird. I don't know what that's about. That's kind of cool. Um, let's see. Oh, there's that Big Finish story that you were talking about. That's cool. Oh, thank you, John Fisher. Yes, if you're enjoying talking with us, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you, John. I appreciate your reminders. And if you haven't watched Alex's new video today, it's a John Fisher unboxing. So that was fun. My dad and I watched it this morning, so check that out. Oh, okay. Baker, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. The game's called 13 and you can only get to 10. Oh, that's frustrating. I wonder how far has Alex gotten? He hasn't told me. Yeah, Boba, I should do one with Alex. Maybe I'll get him to do an episode I like from the new series or something. That would be fun. Oh, look who's here!
I'm back. Oh, you're the best human being ever.
Okay, bye guys. It was so fun.
Hello.
Let's see. Oh, you want me to hold it? Okay, hold on. I've got a request to hold up robot.
Oh.
I tried to start them at 2, but I don't know if it's messed up, so just I don't know.
No worries.
Okay, wait, robot's fourth doctor. I don't know.
Robot is the fourth Doctor. Very first fourth Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Hi guys.
Okay, this is for Boba Tennant, and then I'm leaving. Oh, bye.
Hey.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. So, I'm the Netflix is updating. Keep me updated.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No
I appreciate it.
Bye.
Hey everybody. So have you all started? How is everybody? I'm back now. Yes, my hair is all wet. Hello everybody. John Fisher, Banjo Kazooie 59, and Phillips, classic Doctor Who years fan. Paul Devine, Adam Tomlin Fishwick, Boba Tennant, Banjo Kazooie 59, Lewis Frisbee, Hair Crazy 123. Hello. Okay. Just gonna see how I'm gonna arrange things to watch. Yes. Oh, it was so hot today. I don't know about you, but well, Julia started me. I'm 6 minutes and 40 seconds in. All right. There we go. So I'm gonna arrange things maybe a little bit here. We'll see about how, because I'm borrowing, not only did Julia start the live stream for me, which was so kind, but she also gave me, oh, she's got her phone here. She also gave me her laptop. All right. Just gonna arrange things here so I can watch. Okay. This is good. This is good. There we go. All right. This episode is so amazing, Alex. You really need to stream it on my. Oh, Robot. Yeah. I had no idea you like Robot. Your phone.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Woo. All right. Who is my favorite Doctor? Fourth Doctor and the 10th Doctor, depending on the day. Um, this is a stream we get to see Alex's hair dry live. Yes, Dan. It will. It will. It's real wet right now. I finally got season 12 Blu-ray last week. I'm so happy I finally have all of them. Nice wheeled light 44. That's amazing. Congrats. Hashtag Christian will bring back K1. An updated design of K1 could be quite awesome. Me and Bob are watching Robot. Lewis Frisbee says that's amazing. Oh wow. This episode is this is my favorite second Doctor companion TARDIS teams, or Meowsot89 says. In all of Doctor Who. Second Doctor with Jamie and Zoe, best solo companion, 7 and Ace, 12 and Clara. Ooh. I love Fraser Hines as Jamie. Turkey World, what are your thoughts on the 5th, 6th, and 7th Doctors? Underrated. Sadly, they didn't get the best treatment in TV, although the 5th Doctor had quite a few great stories. And I think Big Finish really, they brought out the best in the 6th Doctor. I've always loved the 7th Doctor so much. And not only because I got to meet him once at a con, but because I just love his stories so much. So 6th Doctor was really, I needed Big Finish, exposure to him and Big Finish to really grow to love him. And the 5th Doctor just is consistently underrated for me, so I really want to listen to more of his Big Finish stuff. All right, so I don't know if I will be streaming on Monday to watch Robot. I might, but it just depends on how I feel on the day and what my schedule is like. I've been terrible about planning ahead, about planning. So we will see. I don't know yet is the answer. What do you think of Alex McQueen's Master? Adam Tyler Trishwick asks. I haven't listened to him yet. I love the name, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy him. He sort of seems like the Lex Luthor of Doctor Who Masters, but that could just be because he's bald. Zoe's now seeing her home on the view screen, Sean House. Yeah, I am 11 minutes in, and I'm probably shouting because over-ear headphones. Let's see. But I'm gonna probably stick to. I'm glad you didn't get a copyright strike claim on your videos, but if I were to show them your videos in this stream, I might get a copyright strike for showing your videos on this stream. So I will stick to just this and watching the Mind Robber, but I'll definitely check those out when I get the chance. I was telling Boba, I binge. I don't necessarily keep up. There are very few YouTubers that I keep up with consistently. The Geek's Handbag is one of those. But because I'm obsessed with the Geek's Handbag, but I tend to just binge catch up on people's channels. So when I have another binge of your videos, I will definitely catch up on those. I'll do the watch along on Monday. How are you doing it, Dad? It's a tweet along. Make sure you follow here. I'll put in the Twitter the person who's running it. I cannot pronounce your Twitter handle, but Hairpick Llama is the place to follow on Twitter. Okay, Sean's about 3.5 minutes behind me. No worries, no worries. I didn't actually see the first 7 minutes of that, so Big Finish 6 and Perry are fun together. I've heard great things about, especially there was a trilogy with the Ronnie in one of the stories that was really, it got high praise. This episode just happens to be the first episode I ever watched. Fair Crazy 123 says, that's awesome. Congrats. I'm hearing the bagpipes at this very moment. Adam says, Alex, he's so good, you should listen to him. Surmail's Lot says, I know, right? I need to, Adam. Surmail's Lot 89 says, for my Doctor Who watch through in order, I'm on the Pyramids of Mars. Congrats. This morning I sent Boba Tennant an obscure clip from Planet of Evil, and he knew what it was right away. Crazy. That's awesome. Congrats. What are your thoughts on the 8th and 9th Doctor, Turkey World? I love the 8th Doctor. Big Finish did so much for Paul McGann's Doctor, and I love it to pieces. The 8th Doctor Adventures are, I've listened to all of them and his initial monthly range, but I want to finish his monthly range and eventually, when I have a little bit of money saved up, actually listen to some of his box sets. Adam Tyler Fitchwick is stroking his steelbooks that I'm jealous of. Oh my gosh. But the 9th Doctor, also underrated. I recently, for the Rose, Emily Cook watch along, I watched series 1 backwards, and in order to fit it in the time slot I had of only like 8 or 10 hours, I forget how long it was, probably 8 hours. In order to fit it in, I had to watch 5 or 6 of the episodes on double speed, but I really enjoyed the 9th Doctor. He really went up in my estimation there. You pronounced it right, Alex. Perpek Llama. Peripek Llama? Or just Perpek Llama? Let me know. What time are we at? We are 15:04 minutes in. Have you seen Downtime? Yes. No, I have not. I was thinking of Dimensions in Time. I went to London a few days ago, Banjo-Kazooie 59 says, and got in the Who shop. I enjoyed it for the low 90s production it is. Nice. Oh, Pear Crazy, I do need to catch up on your Inferno review now. Evil laugh, he says. I just found out my eBay tracking for the US John Pertwee Blu-ray set will be leaving the US soon. Be glad when that arrives. Skytrap, AI ASMR. Love your videos. Love how all of your collecting videos, and congratulations on the John Pertwee Blu-ray set. That's awesome. I have met the 8th Doctor, Lewis Ruby says. How? When? Give us the details. That's amazing. I watched Smith & Jones and the Shakespeare Code and Gridlock earlier today, Turkey World says. That's awesome. Going through a Series 3 binge. That's nice. Hello to Patrick Sherwood. If they made a robot steelbook, I would buy like 5 Boba Tennant says. I would not be surprised. Oh, wow. The cover art for that would be amazing. I got 17 Doctor Who Region 4 DVDs. Nice. And the Mind Robbers 1, the classic Doctor Who Years fan says, that's awesome. Those, anytime you can get any Australian Region 4 DVDs is a good day, because those are not easy to get there, not nearly as readily available as the Region 2 or Region 1 DVDs. Banjo-Kazooie is most active on Twitter at the moment, so make sure you follow Banjo on Twitter. But no worries, I will probably shut up once the next episode starts and to start watching it that way. But until then, keep asking your questions. All right. I'm going to find Banjo on Twitter and pop. Let's see. I don't know if I'm following Banjo. Please put your Twitter in the chat if you want to. I don't know if I'm following you. I'm holding my shot at Steelbook, Patrick Sherwood says. Turkey World is bet Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy. That's amazing. Oh, I'm jealous. It's Pear E. It isn't even a real word. It was a random name generator's fault. Lol. Oh, fun. Have you got a 7th Doctor umbrella? I want one. Adam Tyler Fishwick says yes, and it's in my closet. And I found it at an antique shop. So that's just a fun fact. Also, my package is going to arrive between August 1st and 12th, Boba Tennant says. Nice. Boba Tennant, did you watch Unit Family Part 3 or Tom Baker stories or Elizabeth Sladen stories on the Chair of the Zygon special features? Sir Manslot89 wants to know. Boba says, not yet. I'm going to after the stream. Nice. Pear Crazy says, I have a DVD arriving on Tuesday. Guess what? Boba knows. Don't spoil it. Boba, oh, what one? Oh, is it Robots of Death? Or City of Death? Louis Ruby says, at this place called the National Space Center, the UK, I also met the 5th, 6th, 7th, 12th Doctor and Sophie Aldred. That's an amazing day. Oh my gosh. All three of those were really good. They make the special features entertaining to watch. Sir Manslot89 says, nice. The Rebel of Time says, hey Alex, about my season 24 DVDs and Jodie era toys. They will most likely arrive on Wednesday due to COVID. Okay. Well, that gives you something to look forward to, at least until Wednesday. But time can really go at a slow crawl when you're waiting for something to arrive. You're already following me. Okay, well, I need to find your handle then. Okay, I ordered Doctor Who Series 7 earlier, and it should be coming on Thursday, Turkey World says. Nice. Was it Blu-ray, DVD, box set? Hello, Oh My Dinosaur. Oh My Dinosaur just sent me a package, which I will be opening later, which would be awesome. I'm so excited to find out what's inside. So thank you so much for sending me that. That'll be in an upcoming unboxing video. Boba Tennant, have you watched all the special features of the Blu-ray of Robot? I hope you have the TARDIS just exploded. And a very cool shot here of just the TARDIS console in the darkness of space. What are your thoughts on Day of the Doctor? 5 stars for me, Turkey World. Well, I hope that's on a scale of 5 out of 5. No, I'm kidding. I love it as a story. I think as an episode, it's amazing. I wish they had more classic Doctors in there. I really do. It's such a shame because the precedent was set of bringing back all of the Doctors for anniversaries. I was just so sorry to see that parted from. But I love the story. I just wish they had more classic Doctors. I met Sophie Aldred too many times. Adam Fishwick says that's amazing. Sophie seems like such an amazing person. I'm collecting Doctor Who Region 2 box and some stories only available in box sets. When I get the box sets, do you think I should display in the box sets out of order, or should I take them out of the boxes? Ooh. That's always an interesting question. I like to arrange things in order as much as possible, but sometimes you get the box set and it's so lovely, you don't want to separate them. So I try it both ways, as long as you're not like thinking of something that's sealed and unsealing it or whatever. But hey, Doctor Who geek, how are you? Welcome. And Philip says I recently pre-ordered the Series 6 Steelbook. Nice. Oh, Patrick Sherwood's holding his Shada. Okay, 2 can play this game. Well, actually, I can't play your game, Patrick, but I can hold the Faceless One Steelbook that the lovely Gary Contois got for me, who just stopped by. Hello, yes. This is my lovely, wonderful classic Steelbook of the Faceless Ones. I'm going to edit that unboxing next, but I've already got an in-depth review of that edited and ready to go. I've got all of New Who on Region 2, Dan Johnson says, but I'm thinking about collecting more of the volumes of different versions. Dan, my kind of collector right there. I fully support that. Not a big fan of Day of the Doctor, and says not sure why, it just doesn't connect with me. I get that. The trailer that they made with all the Doctors and stuff, and like Tom Baker falling, and there was, the Jelly Baby there, that was so much cooler and so much more of what I was hoping it would be than what the final product was. But I still love the final product. Has anyone noticed that although the Mind Robber is 5 parts long, it's only the length of a four-parter? The episodes are all just 20 minutes average. That is true. I think the Mind Robber has the shortest episode of Doctor Who ever, um, as far as minutes long. Turkey World says, I think your vids are awesome. I think you deserve more than 3.58 if I can speak. Subscribers, thank you so much. That's so kind of you to say. This community is so wonderful. I just want more people to be a part of it. So I get to know all of you amazing fans. So thank you so much. I'm so amazed to have all of you be in this community. It's so much fun. K1 just came on for all those of you who are watching Robot. Banjo says, I've met Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Tosin Cole, Camille Kaduri, and Sean Dingwall. Nice, nice. Was going to buy the Series 1 Steelbook on that Facebook link, Alex, whose book says, yeah, I saw somebody in Canada who was selling the Series 1 Steelbook, and it was listed for $10 in Canada, but they were not willing to ship. And they were I was very sad about that because I was like, that is a really good deal. I've met Tom Baker, Patrick Sherwood says. He was amazing, I bet. Oh, I'm so jealous. Loved your video, Alex, today. That video on the stream made my day. Thank you so much, Lewis. I'm so glad to hear that. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. I put in about 4 hours of editing yesterday, and I probably about that same amount before editing that. And it was fun to create that text messaging sequence, and there was a lot of B-roll and stuff, so that was fun. Boba Tennis says, Alex, where is Canada? Look out the window, Boba. You'll find it. The first episode of The Mind Robber is like 18 or 19 minutes from outside 89. Right. So, what is it? Deep Breath? That's like 77 minutes? I think that's the longest. I might be wrong, though. I'm confused. Series 1 Steelbook is so expensive. Haha, Super Pop Bro says. I know, right? That and Series 9 are like, they're like the most expensive. Tom is awesome to meet. He still has a smile. Paul Devine says, that's amazing. Oh, you guys are so lucky. Ah, did you enjoy Doctor Who Series 1? I give it a 4 out of 5. Turkey World says, I would give it a 9 out of 10. Most of it I really, really enjoy. Hovian Gaming says, I literally bought Mind Robber the other day. It was awesome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I love how they give Fraser Hines a break for this episode. Just put his face back wrong together. Lee Patterson says, I subscribed. Oh, and love your t-shirt and the channel. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you've subscribed and you're here to help us all grow our knowledge collection and connection. That's amazing. Welcome. How long have you been a Doctor Who fan? Hoovy and Gaming says, oh, right. Literally bought the Mind Robber the other day. What are the chances? I've met Peter Capaldi, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, Janet Coleman, Harold Mackey, Billy Piper, David Bradley, and Peter Purvis, whose book says, that is amazing. I am jealous, but I'm so happy for you. Magic Zoo 59 says, Boba, are you in Canada? Is it nice there? Never been. Only place I've been in the Americas is New York. Ooh, nice. I've been to New York, but yeah, it's closer. I'm closer to. It's still a ways away. Don't get me wrong, but I think I'm closer than most of you to New York. Today I was editing. It was really hard. My collection video, and then I got your notification and cheered me up. Oh, yay, Lewis! I'm so glad. I know how hard it is to edit. Uh, you know, in general, I do a lot, not only for this channel, but for I sometimes do it freelance on the side. And man, it's a lot of work. And I know collection videos are a lot of work. So keep going. Take a break if you need to, and upload it when you're happy with it. I was watching the special features on Terror of the Zygons, and Tom Baker said he wanted to play a villain in New Who. Why does this not happen? Somebody else at 89 says, I know that would be amazing. Boba Tennant says, I am near Toronto, and it is so beautiful, and I'm proud to be Canadian. That's awesome. I watched The Mind Robber in November last year. Oh, my Dennis, sorry, says, it's not a favorite for me, but it is lots of fun. Fraser had to be taken out of the episode because he got chickenpox. Yes. So I want to bring up I was looking the other day into what I found out that you could download your Netflix viewing history, and that meant that because Netflix is how we first watched Doctor Who, I could find out exactly what some of the very first Doctor Who. All right, the mind buffer is back. Yes. All right, we should be back now. The curse of the black buffering, yes. Yes, it is not just your internet. We are back. All right. The mind buffer. There we go. We're back. Robot is such a great story. Lee Patterson said that's awesome. I'm glad you guys all love it. I excuse me. I I have heard much praise about it from Boba, and yeah, it is a good story. I've met all of the doctors, but the first, second, third, and 13. Patrick, that's amazing. Oh, that is amazing. Sir Meowsle89 says the guy who plays Gulliver in this is in at least 3 different Doctor Who episodes. I love him. He's great in every episode. You're correct. He's in The Deadly Assassin, and Planet of the Daleks. Oh, Boba, it's on my Twitter feed. You could find that Facebook listing. I'm not sure where. Oh, surrounded by a bunch of fictional people. All right. Paul Devine says met 3rd to 12th Doctors. Got pics with all of them apart from 3. Didn't have a camera at the time. Luckily met his son, Sean Pertwee, and met both Patrick's sons. That's amazing. How awesome is that? I love Sean Pertwee in Gotham. Oh, Lieutenant, is it only a good story? At least great, right? I've stated my ranking for Robot, and I'm gonna need to rewatch Robot before I change it. But Boba is trying to pressure me into moving it up on my tier. Doctor Who geek, I met a cardboard cutout of Tom Baker. Nice, nice. I met a cardboard cutout of David Tennant, I believe. Robot needs its own steelbook, right? Well, I would put City of Death or Robots of Death before that, but it does. They all need. The closest you could get to that would be like a German media book. Alex says your thoughts about robots changed since the last stream. Not at the moment. I haven't rewatched it. Oh, Robot and the Happiness Girl should get a steelbook. Yeah, both of those would be awesome. Too bad can't send photos on here. You'll be bombarded. Well, Paul, if you want to email me, I would love to see those photos. That would be amazing. Banjo says, "Oh, we still need your autograph." Yes, yes, Banjo. That's very kind. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh yeah, that reminds me. The answer was Scream of the Shalka. Oh, nice, nice. All 4 stories that Bernard Horsfall is in are directed by David Maloney, which is interesting. Well, that's cool. I wonder if he was part of the reason why Bernard kept getting cast, or if there was some other reason, or if it's just a coincidence. Would you rather be the Master or the Doctor? Who viewing game says, whatever gets me in the show. I would much rather be the Doctor, but if I couldn't be, I would be the Master. Is that your sister? Michael Steinwright says, yes, my sister started the stream very kindly because I just got back from a dump run and it was so hot out there. I needed to take a cold shower. So that was very kind of her to start the stream. Boba, if you can, get that steelbook. Like make sure you talk with your parents and arrange all of that. Like obviously, that's the thing about Facebook Marketplace. You gotta stranger danger and all that stuff. But if I would see if he's willing to ship it to you. But um, if you can, if your parents are willing to go and pick it up, then that would be a great deal. Ainley Masters greatly. Patterson says, yes, this is true. If I ever meet Alex P, like we both go to the same convention, mark my words, Alex P will sign my copy of the Lost in Time box set. Oh, that would be amazing, but also a waste of a good Lost in Time set. But that's amazing. I'm gonna put some lasagna in the oven. Hair Crazy 123. That sounds amazing. Turkey World says, Alex, you're fantastic, absolutely fantastic. And you know what? You are Turkey World. You are fantastic. You can't don't talk about yourself that way. You are fantastic. Boba Tennant says, I'm gonna have to turn off robot in a few minutes. I'll be back. Okay, no worries. It's boiling in the UK and I had to do martial arts, Lewis says. Oh my gosh. Well, good for you though, sticking with that practice. I have not had any martial arts experience, but I have had some dance experience. My sister's a dancer, and I've done some tap, I've done some partnering and stuff like that. So, and I've done musicals. So I have been in some hot rehearsal rooms, and you got to push through, and it feels better when you're on the other end of it. And you put in a good job, and you can cool down. But good for you. It is boiling here. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. All right. Quick, everyone say Robot is terrible all the way. Crazy 123. It is not terrible. Poor Boba. Doctor Who Geek, what's the next Blu-ray set? I've only heard rumors. I've only heard rumors. Wait, so was Tony on the stream as well? Oh, that's great. I'm glad they liked it. I'm glad you guys had fun seeing Julie there. I was like, yeah, they're not gonna want me back. They're getting That is great. The weather here has been rubbish this weekend, and I've been wanting to respray my Dalek and can't. Yeah, that's so cool. The restoration project you're doing on that Dalek. That's amazing. I have put your shirt logo on my character TARDIS since they look so classic. Nicely. That's amazing. Iron Season 20 is the next one. Lewis says, yeah, Season 20, Season 2, Season 11. And those are the names I see thrown around the most. Everyone in the Doctor Who community is fantastic. Yes, everybody who's a fan of the Ninth Doctor is fantastic. Doctor Who, probably Season 20. One of the companions, I can't remember if Janet Fielding or Sirius, it was Janet Fielding. Oh yeah, Tony popped his head and promote. Oh, that's great. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. Um, do you want your laptop? I'm texting Julia. My Mind Robber DVD stopped playing in there, so we're just gonna hang out on the stream. Um, I think everything's fine. It's just her DVD player is kind of finicky at times, and I don't really want to fight that. And I've I'm just talking over the episode anyway, so I think I want to just hang out and talk with you guys, which means I can take these off. We really need to get a collection announcement soon. Dan says yes, please. It would help. Lockdown and just the summer to pass by with more excitement. Alex, you might not want to watch Robot on Monday on your laptop. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Hooray for DVD problems, Fair Crazy 123. Yeah, see, I've got. Yeah, see, I need to. I'm thinking about like trying to find maybe on Facebook Marketplace or Amazon like a portable DVD player. I've always wanted one of those, and I could just set that here and watch on that. But we'll see. Wait, does that mean the Five Doctors is coming to Blu-ray? The Classic Doctor Heroes fan says probably. That's the season I would put it on. Turkey World, you are valued and appreciated. John Fisher says we're glad you're here with us today. Here, here, yes, indeed. Amen, John Fisher. That's great. Rip Alex and hello to the new Doctor Who guide host, Julia. Yes. Out with the old, in with the new. Patrick. Julia would be an amazing host. I'll just be editing the videos from now on. Oh, it'd be hilarious to have her do a video. Um, Lee says, best mind rubber scene is holding onto the TARDIS console. So cool, right? Boba says, I might actually have just gotten a Series 1 Steelbook. Whoa, that's amazing. I'm taking a gradual screenshots of your hair drying, Lewis says. Oh, no. Well, see, normally I comb it out a little bit too, but we'll just see it get unruly and dry. But yeah, you'll get to see that. Mm. Hey, Lucky Golden Rock Studios, welcome. How are you doing today? See, there's a media book for Revenge of the Cybermen, which is quite cool, and it's the closest sort of release we might get. I don't know if they'll. I hope that they'll do something like this for Robot. I doubt they'd make a steelbook, but I think that might be the closest thing. Let's see. The all right, got to go. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Oh my dinosaur, eh? Boba Tennis said, my mom said she isn't driving that far, but my dad might. Ooh, okay, interesting, interesting. I have Series 1 and 2 Steelbooks. When they first came out, whose book says good, a good move, good decision there. They are so rare now. Julia has been in several videos. Yep, it's been a little while, but she was in several videos and then went to college and then is now back for lockdown and stuff. So we're glad to have her back. Today I was thinking about watching today I was watching the Faceless Ones Region 2. Nice, Lucky. That's awesome. Hashtag get Julia in a video. She has been, yeah, in several, but get Julia in more videos. Yeah, that would be great. I ain't flying over there for you. Paris says this. My heart has sunk in that I might have one of the rarest Doctor Who steelbooks, Boba. Well, I hope that you can get that. It's always a balance of, especially when you're bidding on something, like not getting your hopes up too high, but then also like getting excited for it. Why did the chicken cross the road? Patrick Sherwood says. Why? To watch Robot? I pre-ordered the Series 1 Steelbook and all of the collection sets. Nice. That's a way to do it, the classic Doctor Who Years fan. I need the Romans and the Rescue set. First Doctor. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one, Lee. They do have a DVD steelbook, and they're quite rare. Dan Johnson says. Oh, which one? Turkey World says, cool Doctor Who fact, regeneration wasn't meant to be a thing. William Hartnell had an illness causing him to forget most of his lines, so they replaced him with Troughton. Yes, it was not originally planned for, and TV shows didn't really do that, replacing your main actor and then moving on. The other day I got a region free DVD player, like a Golden Rock Studio says. That's awesome. I have one of those, and I do recommend it. Doctor Who Dad sent that to me. That was very kind. Alright, so I'm going to, since I'm not using Julia's laptop, I'm going to give it back to her. So I will be back in a second. Just going to unplug her, put this in here. Alright, be right back. Hello, I am back. Welcome. Alright, there we go. Back. Indeed 10. Oh, challenge for everyone. Rate Robot from 1 out of 10. We got a 10 to 10. We got another 10 to 10. 9.9 out of 10. Even though I haven't seen it, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Fair says that's amazing. That is amazing. 7.5 out of 10, 8 at best for me, but I'm so glad you all like it. I wouldn't have said 10 out of 10 if I didn't have a behemoth of a message lined up. Banjo says, Romans is an underrated first Doctor story for me, but I might have to say ever, maybe. I loved seeing how high it got at the Romans got up on your tier. That was amazing. Maybe 8, Boba, maybe 8. But 10 out of 10 is a great first regeneration episode. There's quite a few twists. Tom Baker finds his doctor very quick. I love the audio. I've listened to that. Excuse me, of the book. That was very good. Romana is underrated. Oh no. I read the Romans is underrated and said, well, Romana is a great companion. Romana the First is probably my favorite of the two regenerations. As much as I love City of Death. There's a, let's see, how long is Mind Robber total? Aired originally from the 14th of September to the 12th of October, 1968. So yeah, should end at about now. Okay. The Invasion of the Faceless Ones are my favorite classic Doctor Who stories. Nice. I love the Invasion, like the old Rock Studios. It's a great story. If the Rescue and the Romans get a double feature steelbook, I would buy that ASAP. I love Vicky, Surveillance Lot 89. Vicky is an amazing character. Whose book says I had to pay the Series 4 steelbook for £50. It's the only steelbook I didn't need. I didn't get Series 9, but I pre-ordered Series 6 steelbook. Looking forward to rewatching the series again. Nice. I love the artwork for that. What are your thoughts on The Runaway Bride? In my opinion, laughing, crying face, Turkey World says, it's got Donna, so that's amazing. The scene with the kids in the back of the car, seeing the TARDIS is just amazing. Like, any kid who's a Doctor Who fan is always on the lookout for like a moment like that when you're on the road or something. The Rachnos is a good concept. I'm not sure if it came off as the scariest thing ever, but I enjoy it. I haven't seen it recently enough to give you like a rating out of 10. I love the arc, so underrated. Banjo-Kazooie 59, yeah. The surviving stories, other than the gunfighters, perhaps, from season 3, are rather underrated. The doctor putting his hat on Caitlin's face, Boba says. Lewis Risby says, I pre-ordered the Dr. Seuss guide on Blu-ray. Yeah, that's a good Blu-ray right there. I just messaged John out of the blue. It was like, can you record yourself saying these lines? It's for a texting sequence I'm making. And he was down to do it, so it's fun to have John in the video that way. I enjoy the gunfighters, Paul says. I'm glad. It needs more support. The Steelbook of Death to the Daleks, Lee says, oh, that would be amazing. You're making me want to rewatch The Runaway Bride. It is one of my favorite 10th Doctor stories. Awesome. OMG, K1's about to kill Doctor Who, Boba says. Oh no. I mean, you know what happens, but oh no. Wasn't there a reason behind the scenes why Jamie has a different face for the episode? Dan Johnson asked. Yes, he got chicken pox and had to take a sick week off of work, so they had to come up with a reason for his face to look different. Turkey World David, hold on. What are you dressed for like that? I'm going to pinballing. John Fisher says that was a lot of fun. Oh, good, good. I love how it turned out. Boba Tennis on part 3. This man in this episode in part 10 is from the War Games. Patrick, you're right. Bernard Horsfall was in the War Games, was in Planet of the Daleks, was in The Mind Robber, and The Deadly Assassin. The Death of Doctor Who. Very crazy. He says, whose books? I'm hopefully going to Comic-Con here in the UK. Maybe to meet Alex Kingston. May get to meet Alex Kingston and Captain Tate. That would be amazing. Oh my gosh. We're starting to get worried about whether you've been hacked by Alex to disgrace robot at Boba Tennant. Benjo is... I have no idea what's going on. Boba Tennant is your complaint. It's only a 4-parter? Oh, I get. Yeah, I get you. Can't wait for a new War Games TARDIS, Lee says. That is going to be awesome. I love the German War Game set. If you haven't seen the German media book War Game set or the Two and the Cybermen set, you have to check those out. They are ridiculously beautiful. It's not long enough. It needs to be, wow, that's a lot of numbers long. Planet of Daleks as well, right? Who's your favorite companion? Turkey World asks. Mine's Donna, clearly. Let's see. Favorite companion, Wilfred Mott, Ace, Ian and Barbara, Sarah Jane, K9, Donna, obviously, Rory, Captain Jack. I love Mickey, such a story arc. Harry Sullivan. Who doesn't love Joe Grant? Stephen Taylor. Plenty of them. One day we need a Who Crew neighborhood. Bear Crazy 123 says that would be a fun neighborhood. The Poor Postman. The German set of War Games is epic, John says. Right? I will check that out. Lee says you will love it. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. I do need more classic Doctor Who actors who play companions. Like, do need to meet more, like Katie Manning or Lala Ward. That would be great. Whose books? Somebody else, Lot 89, likes Jamie and Zoe, Ace, Clara, Leela. Leela, of course. Love Leela. Romana II. Vicky, just some of my favorites. Sarah Jane Smith, of course. Sarah Jane and Jamie, classic. I underrated facts here, but Jamie and Brigadier, they both were in more episodes than several Doctors were, which is just insane. I would say Nyssa, Patrick Sherwood says. Nice. Nyssa is an underrated companion for sure. Best companion Doctor Who is K1. He's a companion of Think Tank, so it counts, Boba says. Delivering DVDs all day to the wrong houses. Very crazy. Says, Leela is a great companion. I forgot Nyssa. I love her. Surmeows89 says she's criminally underused. Yes, Leela is just brilliant. Oh, all right. Leela is brilliant. Meet most of the classic companions and some of the new. Nice, Paul. Whose books? What do you think if William Hartnell, Patrick Jumper were here with us today? They better be in an episode. They would love to see how successful the show is, and that is still going. Fun fact, with 861 episodes, the Doctor has only completed 300 missions, 301 at Christmas. Interesting. What do you mean by completed missions? You mean like succeeded, or I'm not sure what you mean. You mean like stories, or? Ace is the best. I got a figure of her today. My dad surprised me with it since I got nominated for an award at school. Lewis says that's awesome. Congrats. Well done. Congrats on the Leela figure, or Ace figure rather, and the award as well. The 60th anniversary better if K1 is the enemy, Boba Tennant. Oh my word. The Minotaur doesn't exist. Also, there's no such thing as Macra. Supermail's letter 89 says, right? No such thing. My favorite companions are Susan, Ian, Barbara, Vicky, Stephen, Dodo, Ben, Polly, Jamie, Zoe, Victoria, Liz, Shaw, Joe, Grant, Sarah, Jane, Harry, Leela, Romana, which gets corrected to Romans, Adric, Tegan, Nissa, Turlo, Perry, and Mel. Nice choices there. Quite a lot of them, but oh, Ben and Polly are great too. Banjo Kazooie 59. That was great. Great list. Stories, yeah, right. Yeah. Turkey World is. Let's see. I wanted to see all of those stories. Yeah. I'm just gonna go through and see, like, Robots of Death and Horror of Fang Rock I adore, as far as Leela's stories go. And I love the Sunmakers. That is so underrated. And the Invasion of Time as a six-parter, like as it's obviously the execution wasn't everything I wanted it to be. The Centaurans aren't looking at their best, and there's quite a lot of running around in the TARDIS, even self-referentially. Um, so I would have preferred if it had, you know, sort of the budget of some of the bigger episodes now to do that. But the way it's structured works really well for a six-parter because of that pivot at around episode 2 or 3 or 4. You know, like when it reveals who the real villains are, I think is very cool in the Invasion of Time. So that's lovely. Obviously, many people love the Towns of Wang Chang. I think it's slightly overrated, but again, I haven't seen it soon enough to be able to really pass judgment. Uh, but I love Horror Fang Rock. I love the Robots of Death, the Sunmakers. So Leela is just great, and I'm so glad that season 14 is on Blu-ray, and I will be excited when season 15 comes out on Blu-ray. K9 is the best as well. When I said robot, I thought he was talking about robot. It's like Robots of Death. That's in my top tier. Anyone else want to see K9 with 13 pair crazy 123 asks? Yes, 100%. The 13th Doctor needs K9. Love your new Doctor Monsters set. Ooh, thank you. New Doctor Monsters. Oh yes, the gift set. It's a great set. Gulliver can only say the words from his book. Love this episode. The Mind Robber. Sir Mails at 89 says nice. I love the Invasion of Time. Dan Johnson says nice. Invasion of Time is great. Lewis Frisbee says Robots of Death is kind of lame to me. And Bill Lieutenant meh. Oh, I can't believe it's in your meh tier. But that's okay. That's okay. I like how you put your Doctor Who Region 2 DVDs and Blu-rays together. Yes, they are. Yep, just over there. This shelf is Region 2 DVDs, and that's more DVDs, and then Blu-rays, and then down beneath there, if I get out of the way, are my Dutch, Brazilian, Mexican, German, and Australian DVDs. So some lovely, fun little releases there. I would say Fred. I love Fred in the classic series so much. Patrick Druid says, yes, we should start referring to Romana as Fred. Season 16, I will love having on Blu-ray. I already have it on VHS, on DVD, on special edition DVD, on DVD in box set, on special edition digipack. But like I will love seeing it in Blu-ray. There's so many great episodes in there, and the Rivals Operation will forever be in my top 10 Tom Baker stories, 100%. Got some nice DVDs today. Alex, the Classic Doctor Who's fan, says, yes, right? John Fisher got me some amazing Doctor Who DVDs, some VHSs, some Blu-rays, and it's amazing. And John's just so kind and incredible. So yes, if you haven't seen today's video, definitely check it out, although I expect all of you have. Have you got Big Finish Talks back? The 8th Doctor, Banjo Kazooie 59 says, no, I do not. This is my only Big Finish CD. The only physical CD. It's Return of the Daleks from Big Finish magazine issue 9. And looks like that's spring 2007. but I hope you're not intimidated by the size of my CD collection. Yeah, John, it's a cool set, Lee says. Alex, can we see inside the Fifth Doctor intro set? Because that is coming in my haul. I have a video coming out of that, but if enough people say that they want to see inside of it, I could give you a sneak preview of what's inside the introduction to the Fifth Doctor set. So let me know, and we'll do that. I love that from this angle you can see the Blu-rays as well stacked up there. I love that artwork. Yeah, we'll see. I'm looking forward to the quiz again this week. We'll have to see. I expect it'll be business as usual. Daleks are cool on Big Finish. Lee says, have you seen the news of Shadow of the Daleks, Part 1 and Part 2 with the Fifth Doctor? I am so excited about that. Each release is 4 half-hour long stories where the Fifth Doctor meets the same cast of characters in different settings, and it's against the backdrop of Time War era Daleks. So I'm very excited about that. Quick question, Alex. Why are there different DVD regions? Lewis asks. That's a great question. And, well, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I don't actually know why there are different regions. I expect the reasons are capitalism, because in many places, a movie or a TV show will come out sooner in one country than they will for the rest of the world. And so having these reasons, these regions, Lee says it's legal reasons, but I think it's motivated, for helping the industry. If you can sell DVDs to multiple regions of the world rather than selling them to one region and just having secondhand sellers send it out to the rest of the world, I think that's more beneficial. But they exist, and you can get multi-region DVD players, which are great. And does anyone else think that The Curse of Fatal Death is underrated? I think it's fun. The Classic Doctor Who Years fan asks. I love that Rowan Atkinson is the Doctor, and I think we need Rowan Atkinson as the Doctor properly again. Can the chat send F for D84? He died a hero, Sir Meow's 89. D84 needs to be rebuilt and brought back. Season 13, please. Will we be in seasons 14 and 26 on Blu-ray? Alex, Whose Books asks, yes, I will be getting those. I am just trying to track them down for a reasonable price. Dan Johnson says, ooh, yeah. All 4 of my volumes of Ravenous arrived last week. Oh, they look great. Oh, Dan, can you please tag me in Twitter? I want to see those. Alex, I want to know what's inside the HMV Fifth Doctor set, please. Boba is asking. All right. Pear Crazy says, yes, please show us. Classic Doctor Who Years fan. All right. You guys want to see? All right. I'll give you a sneak preview. All right. 1 second. You've already seen what's in the Third Doctor set. Whoa. All right. So here we have an introduction to the Fifth Doctor starring Peter Davison. It includes 3 classic stories. Got this lovely artwork on the side and on the front. I just love it. It says Doctor Who on the top there. And on the back, it shows us Castrovalva, original edition, Earthshock, original edition, and the Caves of Androzani, original edition. But on the inside, is that what comes in the set? We will have to find out. Medusa is a myth. I'll try and keep you up to date at what part we are watching. Sir Meowsalot says, please do. All right. So, well, it is true that Castrovalva comes in this set. And it is also true that Earthshock comes in this set. It is not the Caves of Androzani original edition that comes in the set. It is the Caves of Androzani special edition, which is why this set is 4 discs instead of 3, as advertised by the cover art on the back. So that's a huge bonus, and something that people should know about this set is that you get not only Castrovalva Earthshock, but it's not the original edition, it is the special edition on Region 4 Blu-ray. Not Blu-ray. Wow! That sentence was wrong on so many levels on Region 2 DVD. Woohoo! That was an interesting sentence, but they all come in this set, and I am glad to be putting a video out about this, but you guys get the sneak peek. Alright, so that's what's inside the HMV exclusive Fifth Doctor set, which I never thought I would have. John Fisher tracked him down on eBay, along with the Third Doctor set, and I'm very, very excited. Like, I need to find out the Fourth Doctor set, although that's not going to have any special editions hidden away in it because none of those stories ever got special editions. I believe it was Robot, Genesis, and what else is in there? I forget. I own this. It is a great set, Aiden Phillips says. Nice. Season 11 will be great on Blu-ray. Lee says that it will be. It will be. I love Death to the Daleks and Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Oh, I really hope that they have optional CGI effects on that story. It would be a lot of money, but yeah. Patrick has this set. Got it when it came out. Nice. I'm going on a Doctor Who haul. Watched 2008 to 2010 special, Series 1, Series 4, watching Series 3. Gonna watch Series 2, 5, 6, and 7. Nice! Oh, that's fun. That is fun. I've been watching Doctor Who in order. I only have 16 missing episodes from Classic Who, and I own all of New Who. I've been watching for 4 months. I'm now on the Fourth Doctor episode. I'm now on the Fourth Doctor 7th episode. Sermi Oslett 89. I am very, very impressed with that. That's amazing. Oh wow, I have the 3rd, 4th, 5th. Lewis says that's amazing. I wonder if the Tom Baker edition has the same surprise, John Fisher. Well, I don't know if it comes with all of the stuff that's on the back. If like I said, it wouldn't come with a special edition because none of them have special editions for those stories. But Alex, have you watched the loose canon reconstructions of the missing episodes? Banjo-Kazooie59 asks. I've seen a couple. I haven't seen all of them, and that's what's actually kind of fun. I'd never listened to, when an animation comes out, I'd never listened to The Power of the Daleks or The Macro Terror until they came out, and same for the Faceless ones. So at this point, part of me, I love those reconstructions. I watched the color loose cannon reconstruction of Marco Polo, and it's amazing. And so I love watching those, but at this point, because they're being animated a couple every year, I kind of just want to wait and experience them as animations first. Alex, will you be doing an updated Doctor Who Blu-ray collection? Whose books asks. Well, funnily enough, I have managed to get some good deals on eBay, and I've got some more David Tennant episodes on Blu-ray and Matt Smith, I believe, on Blu-ray. So I might do an updated Blu-ray collection. That would be cool. I'm not doing an updated DVD collection anytime soon. Maybe once the summer all of the summer haul videos are out, I might do like a going through on the shelf, like just showing everything on the shelf. But to get them all out one by one and film them, that's it's quite the hassle. But I'm not complaining because it's so amazing to have all these lovely things. It has Robot, the second best box set you can buy for Doctor Who. Boba Tennant says, if there was a Robot special edition, Boba Tennant would be freaking out. Lol, John Fisher says, right? Lewis has all 3 of these HMV sets. If there was any release that had to do with Robot, I would freak out, Boba Tennant says. Lee Patterson says, a lot of TV to get through, yes. The 3rd one is Pyramids of Mars. There we go. Thank you, the classic Doctor Who's fan. Paracrazy123 says, Alex, be honest with us. How did you film the Region 1 DVD collection with your Sonic? If you haven't seen, Par is referring to the effect where I magnetized my Sonic screwdriver for my DVDs, and as I went along the shelf, I would just touch my Sonic to a DVD and magically pull it out so that you could see it. The way that I accomplished that effect, and I love how it turned out, is I played the video clip in reverse. So I filmed it with me taking the Sonic and pushing the DVDs one by one in on the shelf. And when you played in reverse, it looks like I'm pulling them out. So it was just a matter of reversing the footage and making sure that, I made sure to like push them in a way that looked, somewhat convincing, and made sure that like the DVDs didn't move around too much. But that's how I got that effect. I have a huge film collection, Lee says. Do you give us a summary of like what you have in there? Do you have any specific genres or actors that you've collected? I know Josh jumped in on the last stream, and uh, he's got all of the what's his name? Uh, Jackie Chan films, or a ton of them at any rate. I've just got the David Tennant specials on Blu-ray. Nice, Lee. That's amazing. That may or may not be what I got as well. Storm Hills 89 says, The Carcass, I still can't find this comic strip from the year 2000. Interesting. I love looking at Doctor Who comics, and I see John actually. I'll give you guys, John, is it okay if I give them a sneak peek of the comic you sent me? Uh, yeah, I just opened it yesterday. Is there any update on a new episode of the DVD Archive series, Banjo-Kazooie 59? Yes. Luke has sent in all of his footage for the entire series. And there'll be smaller parts, but I am going to like redo all of the episodes, sort of update them. So now it's just a matter of getting down to scripting them, filming them, and tracking down a collector who has enough of them that they can show a couple years together. So I've been like interviewing collectors to try and find if there's any that have like all of the DVDs, um, or at least a lot of them for consecutive years and stuff. So it's coming. Whose books do you think Doctor Who comics and novels are canon? It's totally up to you. Whatever you can work through the headache of trying to get to mesh with the contradictions of the TV show, that is if that's good enough for you, I applaud you. Like I so much want the universe of Doctor Who to be the kind of mythos that you get when you have a single writer who's good at world building create. But because the reason Doctor Who survives is because so many authors can take up the mantle and things can change so drastically, you get a lot of contradictions and continuity, and it's a big headache. And writers don't often look back a couple stories to see, oh hey, we've already explained how Atlantis destroyed itself. Um, so I want to work and create a universe of Doctor Who that makes sense with everything, because that's just really happy, and that makes me happy. And I mean, even things like some of the like John and Gillian TV comics, like there's the Doctor's grandkids as well, and it's like how do you reconcile that? But for me, if I were to rank it, it'd be TV show, Big Finish, um, official BBC books, then Doctor Who magazine comic, then other books and other comics and stuff. All right, almost on part 4, Robot. Where are we in the Mind Robber? I have all the classic and new Doctor Who, horror, sci-fi. I do my whole room. I have DVDs and Blu-rays. Lee, that's amazing. Um, I hear Tom Baker is so funny in Robot, isn't he? Pox says yes. I would call my film collection as geeky. Nice, Dan. I hope there's some good Marvel and DC representation in it. Robot, hashtag the single best DVD you can buy for the best single DVD you can buy for Doctor Who. Oh wow. Boba Tennant says the DVD archive series was stopped the year after Robot. Yes, I never wanted the DVD archive series to stop, but Luke got busy with school, and filming for those videos took a lot. And so one of the things we're doing in this revamp of the series is I'm trying to make it easier for Luke to just give his thoughts on the DVDs, and that's why I want to find somebody else to photograph and or take shots of the video of the DVDs as they came out. And I'm gonna split it into the UK DVD archive series and then the US. So I'll film all of the US stuff because I have, thankfully, all the classic series Region 1 releases. John has seen to that. And eventually it would be cool, to have. I'm now working on the new series and getting all the Blu-rays and DVDs and stuff. Uh, work, and so that's sort of the next step. Thank you, John, for giving Lewis my email address. Yes, that's the drguy1963@gmail.com. Uh, because I don't have social media and you were the first to promote my channel, so should be the first to see it. Yeah, definitely message me if there's a video that you want me to see. I may not see it in my subscription feed because I support a lot of Doctor Who creators as well as just other creators on YouTube in general. I'm subscribed to like hundreds of people, so I may miss your video or YouTube may just not show it to me in my YouTube feed. So if you want me to see something, definitely email me. Parting of the Ways is great. Yes, indeed. Um, I am at 1 hour 13 for Mind Robber out of 1 hour 36. So Roundslot 89 says, all right. Lots of comic stuff. I have them all. I have all of them MCU, all of the MCU on Blu-ray, apart from the Incredible Hulk, Dan Johnson. That is amazing. I'd love to see pictures of that collection. Alex showed the sneak peek of the comic. Good. Okay. So this came with some other great gifts. But John like texted me and was like, did you see this? Because the way it came in the package, this comic was like right up against the edge of the wall of the package, so I didn't see it at first. And so I was so excited to see that John Fisher has sent me a blank comic. That's it, guys. It's it's that scene of the void from the Mind Robber. It's just as right there, and I'm so happy to have it in the clip. No, I'm kidding. It's The Prisoner of Time, issue 1. And I didn't notice at first, but there is a 10th Planet Cyberman up there, and William Hartnell looks so cool, and that is just so amazing. So seeing this, and if all the artwork of the individual comics issues was like this, I would be super tempted to start collecting them. But I wanted to say my preferred way of collecting comics is in graphic novel like omnibus forms rather than the separate issues. But this is lovely. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? I've always wanted to read this series, so now I've got part 1. You should get a Blu-ray drive for your computer, Banjo Kazooie 59 says, yeah, for sure. I'm so annoyed that laptops can't play Blu-rays. Drives me nuts. I love the Luke Review series. Yes, John Fisher. Yeah. And we got such a kick out of the fact that so many people enjoyed it because we're like, this is so like nerdy and in depth. Like we're like, we like this kind of stuff. We saw that the history series that Luke Reviews did on his channel did well, but we really were just gobsmacked to see that it did well. So hopefully you guys will enjoy what we can bring with the new revamped series. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Again, it's gotta get filming and scripting and editing. It's hard. It takes ages to collect. Lee says yes, it certainly can. It took me 9 years to collect what I've got here, and that's with help from all of you lovely members of this community, including most recently John Fisher and Oh My Dinosaur. I think we're talking about the comics. I think they're canon because Tortured Sarah Jane Adventures in Class is a part of the Hooniverse, whose books says, oh no, Bo's laptop is betraying him. What? Mummy, who is your favorite writer in the classic series and the new series? That is a good question. Oh, I mean, it's a toss-up between Robert Holmes and Terrence Dicks, but I would have to say Robert Holmes. But Chris Boucher? Boucher? I don't know how you say his name. Robots of Death. But Douglas Adams, City of Death. That is my favorite classic story. Oh. but that gives you an idea. And as far as novelizations of the Target ones that I've read so far, it would be David Whitaker. I love his Dalek novelization and The Crusade. They're just so easy to visualize in your head, and I love how he writes those Target novelizations. So I can't believe my laptop would turn robot off after the cliffhanger. Boba Tennant says, "Oh, that's I. You've seen my laptop shut off on me. I know your pain." Um, John asked if the comic came with the CD, and it did. It came with the CD as well as the yeah, it came with the CD as well as the VHS. Oh, maybe your laptop is dun 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 bored of robot. Banjo Kazooie says, "Oh boy." Very nice, really nice art. Paul and Lee say thank you. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying thank you because I didn't do it. The artwork is by. Who's the artwork by? Fran Cavallari. Hmm. It's sealed in here too, which is lovely. But if you know the artist, do comment down below. That is cool. I only knew it was a comic, not which one it was. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. And yes, the CD did arrive with a comic. That was amazing. So, will you spend money on Doctor Who? Yes. It's I've um on this year I've succeeded in not spending nearly as much money on Doctor Who and making sure that I don't spend any of my parents' money on Doctor Who because I very much can have the mindset of, oh, I'll pay you back, and this year I'm very proud and sticking to it of not ordering Doctor Who with money that I don't have yet. So the empty child and the Doctor dances made me hide behind the sofa when I was a kid. Lol, the classic Doctor Who's fan says that is like that's just almost like a rite of passage for a Doctor Who fan. And we never had a sofa. I never hid behind it, but I was definitely scared by Doctor Who when I was, discovering it at 11, at 12, 13, 12 or 13. I have all the classic Doctor Who DVDs, Patrick Short says. Congratulations. David Whitaker, Dennis Spooner, Paul Devine says, and I want to know what your favorite Doctor Who writers are. I love David Whitaker's um, novelizations; they're just amazing. Magic Kazoo 59 says, I'm thinking of trying to send you a parcel from the UK. That's so kind. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Oh, thank you so much. That would be lovely. I mean, even if you can send like a letter or something, it would be just so lovely to get something from you. And yeah, that would be awesome. Grandma Patterson spends my money on Doctor Who. Lol. John Fisher says yes, yes. In a previous video, it was established that Grandma has your credit card information. So apologies for her spending habits. But Lieutenant, if you were watching the Happiness Patrol, it's only 3 episodes. So it would have been done. Termy Outlet 89 says, yeah, that's a good story. I love that one. It's a long story I will share another time. Oh, wow. Lee says, Patrick Classic Who is the best, but that's because I'm getting old. Oh my gosh, I love it all so much. Like, I, feel very lucky because I grew up with new Doctor Who, but I also grew up diving into the backlog of classic Doctor Who. So while I definitely feel that nostalgia towards the RTD era and David Tennant as the Doctor, I very much, if you can't tell, love classic Doctor Who as well, and like the Wilderness years as well, what Big Finish did. And so I very much, it's all Doctor Who, and I'm very, very excited to be able to enjoy it throughout. It's really lovely. I was terrified too, Banjo Kazooie 59 says, because Lewis said, I had an asthma attack at the Doctor Who experience in Cardiff when I saw the Weeping Angel. Oh my gosh. Oh, so funny story. Back at our old house, we had this. statue that it was. We used to call it like it was it was a lady pouring like water out of um, a clay jar, and it was just something that we put in the garden, and it looked nice. But we actually had two of them, strangely enough, two copies of them, and I one day was pretending that that was a weeping angel back in the this is like I must have been 13 or 14 or well whatever age I was when the weeping angels were a thing. So yeah, 14. And you know ran around the house from the garden around to the front of the house inside. And the second statue we kept on the inside, and it would move around from place to place of the house. So that day, as I ran in through the door, pretending to be like terrified of this weeping angel, the statue had on the inside had just been moved to right by the door. So I looked to the left, and it gave me such a jump scare because I was it for that second it was like the one from the garden had followed me into the house. So yeah, that's my story time. Very sensible mate. Lee says thank you. It's very hard not to spend money on sales or the biggest thing that helped me was to not shop on eBay constantly, which I have been doing lately. Because even like I'll tell myself that I'm just window shopping, but then you find a deal that you can't resist, and yeah, it's hard. I'll watch a four-part after I watch the Zygon special features. Boba Tennant says, "I love Terror of the Zygons, and I'm glad to be reminded that it has um, good special features." Pear says, "I hid behind a cushion. Does that count?" Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Lee says, "I used to hide behind the sofa when I was small from the Daleks." That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I mean, not that you were scared out of your mind as a kid, but that's a very common experience for for a lot of Doctor Who fans, and I never got that, so I'm very very happy about that you got to experience that and to say that. Ranking Christmas specials. Let's go. Turkey World says Christmas Invasion. 4 out of 5. The Runaway Bride, 6 out of 5. Voyage of the Damned, 6 out of 5. The Next Doctor, 3 out of 5. The End of Time, Part 1, 4 out of 5. A Christmas Carol, 2.2 out of 5. Voyage of the Damned gets really high up there, and if we're just looking at the End of Time part, nah. I love the End of Time for Wilfred and for David Tennant, but the master plot was just a little bit too cheesy. Like it's a very mastery thing to like want to make yourself, everybody else literally in your own image, but that just kind of felt cheesy. But the rest of the episode for me is just amazing. So for me, but Voyage of the Damned, I really love that Base Under Siege plot, the side characters, and how like it's not one of those empty child moments of like, oh hey, everybody lives. There's a lot of casualties, so it's a a story with consequences. And I also love Christmas Carol. And every time I watch Robot, it's only gotten better and better. Boba says, "That's a lot. You should start writing down how many times you've watched Boba." Very relatable. Alex Lewis says, "Oh, good, good. I'm glad you could connect with that." Turkey World. No matter how many times I watch the End of Time Part 2, it always makes me cry at the end. Of course, Turkey World. Of course. Oh, David Tennant. I don't want to go. Ah. Just finished my 100 subscribers figure adventure. It took a week, but it was worth it. Now I should be able to talk the stream more. Nice, Aiden. Well done. Congratulations on that project. Definitely send me a link when it's up in case I don't see it in my feed. Alex, have you seen the HBO Max Doctor Who interview when Matt Smith says he misses the Christmas specials? I thought Jodie looked uncomfortable when he said that. I didn't notice that, but I love seeing them all like get to talk together. It was just a lovely conversation between the three of them, and I think Jodie can relate to doing a holiday special. Like it's only 6 7 days a week later, so and it's still part of Christmas. Christmas is 13 days long, 12 days long. The 12 days of Christmas, unlike the marketing world would have us believe, start on Christmas and goes all the way through to January 6th on Epiphany. So, yeah, it's not the 12 days before Christmas, but after. Although you can totally do a countdown still. Christmas, who doesn't? Who doesn't start at day 100? I can relate to the eBay shopping the other month. I bought so much. Dan Johnson says, I feel that. I feel that for sure. A deal you can't resist. I come across so many of those, including one just a few minutes ago. John says, "Oh, it's so relatable, so relatable." But then one thing that happens is you finally get some money to spend, and then it's like there's nothing to buy. But when you have no money that you could possibly spend, all of the deals pop up, and I'm looking just as hard both times. But yeah, Alex, since you gave a mini review of Voyage and the End of Time, can we have a mini robot review? Boba asks. Okay, so for Boba, uh, I'll turn back my memories to uh, Robot and the story of Robot. So it's the story gives you a lovely glimpse into a what if the Fourth Doctor could be in the Third Doctor and Unit setting. You get to see him with the Brigadier, and of course, it picks up from Planet of the Spiders, where he regenerates. And Tom Baker's one of those doctors. Sometimes they take a little while to find their footing, and that's kind of exciting because you don't know straight away who he is. But Tom Baker just slides right into the role, and he actually goes through some costumes that are so wacky that the one he settles on is like, okay, yeah, I can get behind that. And there's also somebody else who just dives into the role is Ian Marter as Harry Sullivan, and the scene of them jump roping is hilarious, and there's some good comedy there. Harry is kind of a character like a companion like Adric in that the Doctor and he don't get along initially, and I don't think ever really get along. But Harry does prove himself throughout the following stories. So to see Sarah Jane also like adjusting to all of this and eventually, choosing very much, taking the Doctor's offer of a jelly baby and uh, you know, deciding to travel with him again. It's just obviously one of the best TARDIS teams ever. So it's a thrill to see them come together. As for the robot design, it looks great as a figure, and the only problem I have with it is those poor little wrists. They would never have been designed if it was meant to pick up anything more than a letter that way. Like that's a real weakness. But the design is great, and the idea of it becoming giant and then being destroyed the way it was destroyed at the end. Like I love some of the model shots that they use with forced perspective. Like that's a cool technique. And obviously seeing the unit base and some investigative reporting, from Sarah Jane. That was good for me. It's you get some fun scenes with the Doctor like taking a bunch of stuff out of his pockets, and that's always fun. I think it still for me doesn't quite hit the mark for like the rest of the Arc or In Space or Genesis do. It's definitely overshadowed by those stories, but that doesn't mean that it's not a fun and really good introduction to Tom Baker's Doctor. Um, but yeah, for me, it gets a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Like I would say it's a good story. Like probably even very good, but for me, that's about as far as the story can take me. But that's what I remember. Jump roping in America, I've always known it as skipping. Yeah, jumping rope. Yeah, skipping too. Yeah, it's kind of both here. But that's my robot review. Again, that's sort of my memory of it. It's been a while. I actually remember if you haven't listened to the audiobook, it's great. And Tom Baker, whenever you have um, anybody with a deeper, often male voice trying to do a female voice, it's harder. But he manages to not do a great impression of Sarah Jane, but not to just do a terrible one either. He really pulls that off. So I love the audiobook. If you haven't listened to that, definitely do that. My whole lounge is Doctor Who figure sets. That's amazing, Lee. I gave up on figures in 2011 when they became so hard to get. Dan says that's fair. All my money goes to on eBay goes to figures. Lee that says I want a collection video now. That's amazing. So yeah, that wasn't a mini review of Robot. That was sort of verging on a maxi review. But I hope Boba enjoyed. Um, I think very much it's sort of the following episodes of sort of going to Think Tank and all of that just sort of loses itself for me as the episodes go on. But I love the back and forth of the does this robot treating things as there's obviously the whole debate of, is K1, does he actually have emotions? And it gets into that area of very much data on the next generation, like, is he a person? And for me, it's like, of course, you treat AI with the same respect as you would a human being, um, just as a baseline. Like, so what if it is just a really sophisticated programming? Like, it says more about you and how you treat people by treating AI well. So I think Sarah Jane sets that example really, really nicely, in the story, and that's cool too. And then you have the mad scientist of Kettlewell with the crazy hair, and that's fun too. Do you think Revolution of the Dogs will air on Christmas Day? Whose book says, well, it might be. I don't know. Like it might be the only thing that they could air for Christmas Day if they don't figure out how to get back into the swing of filming things post Corona. Yay, Alex likes K1. Boba Tennis says, yes, yes, you are right, Alex. Robot is great because Sarah gets a bunch to do, yes, and is so key to the story. As we all know, sometimes companions don't do much. That's true, Sir Meowslet89. And even in stories like, yeah, they can often get stuff to do, like, what what can what companion hasn't tripped over and fallen, like, the especially earlier on. Oh, we got hashtag Alex needs to do Doctor Who reviews. Okay, so I'll go into why I haven't done reviews on the channel so much, and that's partly because you go to a Doctor Who channel and it's so often like it's collection updates, it's reviews, um, and it's news, and it's sort of those three things. And when I started the channel, I wanted to sort of dive into I wanted to avoid reviews because like so many other people were doing them, and I was like, so many other people are doing these so much better and like off the top of their heads, and um, I'd want to like script it and make it into a bigger project than it needs to be. And also with reviews, like I find that like every story that you talk about with Doctor Who, even if it's some of the like most commonly agreed upon terrible stories, uh, that might be the story that somebody watched at a really like low moment in their life, and it helped them get through, or it might be the first episode they ever watched. So to me, to take an episode that I don't really enjoy and just say, I didn't really like this, and this is why, and I don't want to go on about like why I don't like something if that's just going to make somebody who loves that episode just feel worse. Like I always want to be able to like come out of my videos feeling better. So that's why I would always want to take like an intellectual approach, or say that this episode didn't work for me. But I also realize that episodes can change, or like how you enjoy an episode can change over time. There were many years where I would have said Logopolis, forget it, not a good story, or not a story that I enjoyed. But then I recently watched Logopolis in theaters and I just loved it from start to finish. And maybe it was the theater experience, sure, that adds to it, but I really love it. So when like, so Boba says, I saw this guy called Robot nearly as bad as the Twin Dilemma, but he didn't explain why. When people just use, it bugs me when people just use terrible language and say, oh, the new series is awful, or this story is terrible. And it's like, what do you mean? There are so many facets to a story, and whether it's were the costumes pulled off well, was the camera work okay, was the script editing or the writing on point, was the acting, did the acting pull it down? Did they have enough budget for the sets? Like, can you look? Sometimes you get a terribly executed story that has a good plot. And then other times you have a really well executed story, but not enough plot. So it's for me, doing the reviews always like, and a lot of people like, not a lot of people, but some people have called me like too positive, and I love that. That's like the worst thing you can like dig up, is like, oh, because I try and be like, leave people feeling better than they were before. So I've sort of avoided reviews because I've sort of had the impression that you need to be saying something negative in order to be saying anything worthwhile at all, which is totally not true. Um, and So, I want to be able to like be frank about certain things and say, they really didn't execute this as well. Or, let's take Robot, for example. I love that they tried the model shot, but you can tell it's a model. And I hope that they one day will add in optional CGI effects that make it look better. Or, well, that's just a off the top of my head critique, but that at least acknowledges that, like, hey, their use of forced perspective was a really cool technique, but you can kind of it's funny to tell that it's still uh, a model or whatever, like, but to come at it from an intellectual standpoint rather than just saying, oh, the story's awful, 1 out of 10, end of my review, like, to me, I want to give it more put more into it than that, and sort of talk about the story of how it was created, and yet acknowledge the things, the way that it fails. You could stick to mini reviews, Aiden Phillips says. Yeah. So I don't know what your opinions are on that. I see a lot of great Doctor Who reviewers, and I'm just sort of like, why don't I just send people over to them? Um, but again, I do see, a lot of good reviews. When the new regenerated Colin Baker strangled Perry, Lee says, yeah, there are, because there are, commonly considered just, episodes that, like, yeah, we all agree that this wasn't as good about them. But Dan says, yes, I hate it when people appear in a comment section and they have no reason. They just say it's Jodie. I feel like liking Doctor Who now means that you're far left politically to some people. Yes, that is a big aspect of this, and I get it a lot with, like, oh, what do you think about Series 12 or whatever, and, like, yeah, it's like, even if you were somebody who was far left politically and was like, yeah, that's why I like it, um, it still, like, it still doesn't mean that we should be drawing a line in the sand and just saying, like, that we should just assume that everybody who liked Series 12 therefore is on the far left politically. Like, I don't like it. Like, Jodie was sadly always going to face more critique because she is the first female Doctor, and I think that's ridiculous. Like, it's the 21st century. Like, I get that it was a big change, and that, we have so much nostalgia and tradition, and, that's all wrapped up. But, like, it makes me sad that so many people judge Jodie, and I do feel like it comes down to just the basic thing of, like, yeah, she's a woman. And do I agree with the messaging in a lot of the episodes? Yes. Do I think that it is rather bluntly stated? Like, I don't think any Doctor should, like, have a speech moment where the writer is just using the character as a megaphone. Even if the episode's message is a good one, I think that should be portrayed in the stories and in a more veiled way so that it can maybe get past people's political frameworks. But it's very frustrating to me. Like, I feel like the classic and new has even gotten politicized, and that's why one of the founding tenets of this channel and this community has always been building connection and breaking down the things that separate us as Doctor Who fans, and bringing people together, because, it sort of feels like you get this sort of conservative attitude towards classic Doctor Who, and if you like New Who, then you must be super liberal. And I'm like, let's, like, yeah, we should talk about politics, but, like, right now I'm literally just talking about Doctor Who in this episode, and I don't want to be caught up in your political frameworks just by saying, oh yeah, I actually enjoy the 13th Doctor, or, like, those are separate things. And yeah, maybe they cross over, but I want to, like, that's why I love, actually, continuity, and when we can bridge the gap, because, like, Sophie Aldred was talking about, like, it was recently in a live stream on the Legends of the Traveling TARDIS, and there was an interview, and she was saying that, looking back, she's glad that the series ended on a good note and in a way that left people wanting more, rather than the BBC just slowly giving, like, less and less funding, and eventually just, like, having the series die because the episodes were just so low funded or so badly executed. And, well, I, and obviously the way that it was brought back gave us Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker. It was probably the best thing for the show to take a little break and then get a reboot. And while I'm sad we never got the Eighth Doctor TV series, like things happened in a way that gave us the Doctor Who that we have now. But I'm so sad that that divide has sort of become a sort of a political thing within the Doctor Who spheres, and I want to bridge that divide, and that's what I love about Big Finish, bringing together the new series and the classic series and fleshing out the in between. Benji Kazooie 59 says, "I think you have a good point and are stating it well. It's like you can read my mind about the current state of Doctor Who." Well, I'm glad, Benji Kazooie 59. I completely agree with you. Alex Jody is the Doctor. Benji Kazooie 59 says yes. Um, Alex, maybe if you watch Monday again, it will become your favorite episode ever. Boba says, "Well, I I look forward to watching it again, and what like at this point, I want to like it because I like it rather than worrying about the peer pressure of liking it. And again, if you had said Robots of Death, I would 100% be on this train with you. Yes, please do a stream for Robot and Phillips. I want to, but I we'll see. We'll see is what I can give. The Capaldi speech, the Capaldi level speech, I love it. And Phillips says, see, personally, I think Jodie is a brilliant doctor. Perry Piccolama says, and I don't think gender should affect it at all. I don't like some of her stories, but I think that she's good in them. Also, what story are you on about? Oh, I just got here. Sorry, we're talking about Robot a lot. That might be the one that you're talking about. Um, so yeah, tentatively, I hope to do a Robot stream. But again, my calendar is just in such a state that I might actually have a, a meeting there, or at that time, I'm not sure. This is a deep take on the Doctor Who community. I 100% agree. Well, thanks. I think the mind. Let me know where you are in the mind rubber. I imagine it's almost done. And I appreciate all of you listening. This is great to like get on some rants here and talk about Doctor Who, because I definitely think Jodie's Doctor is being judged way more harshly because of the fact that she's a female doctor, and because that they had the first with Joe Martin as the doctor. There's sexism and racism to battle, and I think Doctor Who has always stood up against those things. And I was reading Doctor Who magazine, and I actually realized how many female writers and people of color they have working on the show. And while yes, it's still run by a white British male, um, I'm so glad, because we have had a sadly small number of uh, women writing for Doctor Who throughout the years, and to see that there are script editors and producers and directors now, that's a really cool step forward. Um, Chris Chibnall has let her down. See, and here's the thing: where there are I think accurate critiques, or just there you can still critique the Jodie Whittaker era, but like it's about doing it not so much of the discussion of it is so much, it's so surface level. So like the thing is, you can say, you know what, yeah, Orphan 55 could have been better in a lot of ways, but gosh, it was fun, I still enjoyed it. um or like with I think with Jodie's Doctor, um like I've seen Broadchurch, and I've seen, like, oh, I hate it when people say that Jodie's not a good actress. That is such an unnecessary and untrue statement and insult. It's unfounded. If you see her work as in Broadchurch, there's no shadow of a doubt that she is a brilliant actor. And when you look at Chris Chibnall's writing, and when people say he's a bad writer, if you look at his writing on Broadchurch, it is amazing. And so I wish that he had brought more of that to Doctor Who, because the episodes are so disjointed. And I could so go on a rant, and maybe one day, about the benefits to Doctor Who being so disjointed, because it helps it survive. With like this episode where it's a new writer and a new setting, and we ignore the continuity of everything that came before, that helps it survive. But treating it in that way means that I think that writers can easily take it less seriously than they would a story with an overarching plot, because there are very important things about building up familiarity with characters and character development that can be lost in Doctor Who. And I wish that, especially for her first episode as the Doctor, I wish that they had knocked it out of the park more. I wish that Rosa had been put first, or that all of the episodes were like The Haunting of Villa Diodati, or just the good episodes for the 13th Doctor. Paracrazy 123 gives a great point. It's not just Broadchurch. Adult life skills is definitely one of her best. Like, she's proven herself in many roles, and including the Doctor. I just think that she wasn't given the best scripts, which is such a shame. And yet, I respect those scripts, and I respect the writers who did it. So, yep. Lee says, have to go, but we'll chat again. You're a great chap. Love your channel. Thank you so much. It's so nice Doctor Who fans brought together. We'll show you my collection one day soon. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been lovely. I think it's time for this stream to come to an end. Thank you all for hanging out, and for those of you who watched the Mind Robbers, for me, I was like, is it a 10 out of 10? Aiden says, I completely forget the stream was about the Mind Robber. Lol. Right, right. And, you know, um, see, um, Perry Pick Llama says, I'm sorry, but Verity Lambert was responsible for creating this beautiful show. Don't be sexist, because without her, we wouldn't have the Daleks. This is so true, and it's Doctor Who stands for a lot of great stuff. And just at the end of the day, if we can talk about it in a way that is respectful and intelligent, and not based off of just reactive political frameworks, if we can do that and come together and agree on certain aspects, and agree to you know to keep discussing things in a cordial way. I'm not saying we have to be positive about everything all the time, but it's equally as unfair to be negative about everything all the time. That is, this idea that you have to be mean or negative to tell the truth is just it's false. And you can it comes down to whether you have an optimistic or a pessimistic view of the world, I guess. But I'm rambling. Thanks everyone for being here. John Fisher says, great stream tonight. It's so good to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. Keep growing your knowledge collection connections. Stay safe. There will probably be a robot review coming sooner than what is it, Monday or Tuesday? But or a live stream, a robot live stream. We will see. Hit the notification bell to make sure you hear about that. Thank you so much for being here. Boba Tennant, The Rebel of Time, Sir Meow's 89, Pear Crazy 123, the Classic Doctor Who Years fan, John Fisher, Dan Johnson, the Classic Doctor Who Years fan, Lewis Frisbee, Aiden Phillips, Who's Books, Pear Crazy 123, Aiden Phillips. I'm saying a bunch of names over and over again.